Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at AI.
Okay.
Specifically, AI agents and agentic AI.
Right.
And these are terms you've probably heard.
Oh, we have.
Thrown around a lot, maybe even interchangeably.
Yeah.
Right.
They're very distinct.
They are very distinct.
Yeah.
So we are going to try and clear that up today and hopefully leave you with
I hope so.
a solid understanding of the two.
Absolutely.
So to get started, AI agents.
Okay.
These are kind of the workhorses of the AI landscape, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're the specialists.
Okay.
They're really good at doing particular tasks, and they're behind the scenes powering a lot of the technology that we use every day.
Okay, so they're kind of like the employees that come in and...
Yeah, you give them a job and they do it, and they do it well.
They do it really well,
yeah,
but they're not necessarily strategizing or...
They're not coming up with the ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just executing.
Perfect example is a spam filter.
Right.
That's trained to identify and block unwanted emails.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to understand the nuances of human language or context.
Wow.
It just knows this is spam.
This is spam.
This is not spam.
Get rid of it.
Block it.
So very efficient,
yeah,
but limited.
I think that's a good assessment. Yeah.
Okay.
Their strength is in being able to execute very specific tasks with accuracy and speed. And they are what we call reactive. Okay. They respond to inputs based on preset rules.
Okay.
So that kind of brings us to the next category of AI, which is agentic AI.
This is where it gets interesting, right?
This is where it gets really clear.
This is where AI feels more intelligent.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole other ball game.
Okay.
So with agentic AI, we're talking about systems that are proactive. They're goal-oriented. They're able to adapt to circumstances. They can strategize, and they can learn from their experiences. And they can even collaborate with other systems.
So not just following a script. They're actually analyzing.
Yeah. They can look at a situation
Wow.
and understand it.
And make decisions.
And make decisions based on what they're seeing.
So what would be a good example of that?
So like a complex project management system powered by agentic AI. It could track deadlines, the resources being used, and even anticipate potential roadblocks.
Wow.
And adjust the workflow.
So it's like having a super intelligent project manager.
That's a great way to put it.
That can...
Who never sleeps.
Yeah.
And is always on top of things.
Keep everything running smoothly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another example would be like a global supply chain that uses agentic AI that could analyze huge amounts of data.
Wow.
Like weather patterns, traffic conditions, even political instability.
To predict disruptively.
Yeah, and then optimize the delivery routes.
So I think I'm starting to get the difference here.
Yeah.
So AI agents are like the specialist.
A specialist, yeah.
Right. And agentic AI is...
Just like the CEO.
Making the decisions and...
Make the big decision. Yeah.
Leading the way.
That's a great analogy.
But they're both built on the same fundamental principles.
They're both AI.
Right.
They both rely on algorithms and data to learn and make decisions.
But the difference is...
The difference is in their scope, their autonomy.
Okay.
And their ability to adapt.
So it's not really an either.
No.
Right.
They both have their strengths, and they can even work together.
So give me an example of them working together.
So like a self-driving car
Okay.
relies on tons of different AI agents.
Okay.
Like each one is responsible for a specific task, like lane keeping or object detection.
Okay.
But it's the agentic AI that is coordinating all of those agents to make sure the journey is safe and efficient.
That's a really good example.
Yeah. So that shows how they can complement each other.
Yeah.
So let's dig a little deeper into what sets agentic AI apart.
Yeah.
What are those features that enable that higher level of intelligence?
Well, one of the key things is deep learning.
Okay.
So agentic AI uses these artificial neural networks, which are modeled after the human brain.
Okay.
And those networks can analyze massive data sets.
Wow.
Identify patterns and make predictions.
So it's not just following rules.
Yeah.
It's actually learning.
Yeah, it's learning and improving over time.
Like the human brain.
Exactly.
And that learning process, is that enhanced further by what?
Reinforcement learning.
Okay.
Where the AI learns through trial and error.
Okay.
It gets feedback.
Right.
And it adjusts its behavior.
So the more it interacts.
The more it interacts.
The more it learns.
The more it learns, exactly.
And that's what makes it so powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see
how this could revolutionize a lot of different fields.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get specific.
Okay.
What are some examples of how it's being used today?
Okay, well, one area where it's making a big impact is scientific research.
Okay.
So scientists are using agentic AI to analyze huge amounts of data.
So instead of spending countless hours, they can have an AI system do it.
Exactly.
And free them up to do other things.
To focus on the more creative aspects.
Right.
It's also being used in personalized medicine.
I'm really fascinated by this.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So agentic AI can analyze a patient's medical history, their genetic information, even lifestyle factors.
To create a treatment plan.
To create a personalized treatment plan.
Wow.
So this could really revolutionize healthcare.
Incredible.
Lead to better outcomes for patients.
What about in the business and finance world?
Oh, yeah, it's changing the game there, too.
Okay.
AI-powered systems can analyze market trends, assess risk, and execute trades with incredible speed and accuracy.
So it sounds like it's having a major impact.
Yeah, it's having a huge impact already.
Across a lot of different industries.
Yeah, and as the technology keeps advancing, we're just going to see more and more.
Wow. Okay, so I think this is a good point for us to take a quick break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back to continue our deep dive.
Sounds good.
Into the world of AI agents and agentic AI.
Looking forward to it.
Welcome back. So before the break, we were talking about agentic AI and the impact it's having on things like scientific research, personalized medicine, and finance.
Big changes.
Big changes. And it feels like we're really just scratching the surface.
Oh, absolutely. We're just getting started.
Of what's possible with this.
Yeah.
So what are some other areas that you see agentic AI making a big difference in the future?
Well, one area that's really interesting is transportation.
Okay.
We talked about self-driving cars a little bit, but think bigger, like entire transportation systems.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Tell me more.
Imagine like a city where traffic flow is optimized in real time by an agentic AI system.
Okay.
So it could analyze data from traffic cameras, GPS devices, weather reports, all of that.
And predict congestion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then adjust traffic signals.
So no more gridlock.
Well, in theory.
Okay.
Less gridlock.
In theory, less gridlock.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Right.
That would be a game changer.
And it's not just cars, right? We're talking about fleets of autonomous vehicles.
So public transportation deliveries.
Yeah, all of that.
Emergency services.
Exactly. All optimized.
A much more efficient, sustainable way.
Definitely a lot more efficient.
To move people and goods around.
Yeah.
And speaking of sustainability, what about environmental conservation?
Oh, that's a huge one.
I was just thinking how AI could play a role in tackling climate change.
Huge role.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Protecting our planet. It can analyze environmental data, model climate patterns, control smart grids.
So it's not just about making our lives easier.
No.
It's about
solving the big problems.
Solving the really big challenges.
The challenges that we face.
That face humanity.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's what makes it so exciting.
It really is. It's not just incremental improvements.
Yeah.
It's like
solving problems.
Solve problems.
That have been plaguing us forever.
That have been plaguing us for a long time.
Yeah.
But with all this amazing potential, are there any downsides?
Of course.
I mean, it can't all be.
It's not all going to be perfect.
Sunshine and roses, right?
Yeah. Every technology has its downsides.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the challenges.
Okay.
What are the things that we really need to be mindful of as we develop these increasingly sophisticated systems?
Well, I think one of the biggest ones is jobs.
Yeah.
Job displacement.
Okay.
Because if AI can do
what humans used to do, some jobs are going to be lost.
So how do we mitigate that risk?
Well, we need to focus on education, retraining programs.
To equip people.
Yeah.
With new skills.
With the skills they need for the jobs of the future.
So it's not about resisting automation. It's about
adapting.
Adapting to it.
Yeah.
And preparing for the new opportunities that come along with it.
And we also have to think about the ethical implications.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because these systems are becoming more and more autonomous.
So we need to make sure that they're aligned with our values.
Yeah.
We don't want AI making decisions that could have negative consequences.
That could harm people. So ethical guidelines.
Ethical guidelines are super important.
Yeah, and we need to be having these conversations about the risks and benefits.
So this is a pretty complex challenge.
It is a complex challenge.
With a lot of different facets to it.
But it's a challenge we need to face.
Right.
Because the benefits are too great to ignore.
But we can't be naive about the risks.
No, exactly.
So we need to proceed
with caution.
With caution, but also...
and optimism.
Optimism.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another important consideration.
Okay.
Collaboration.
Yes, collaboration is key.
So it's not just about computer scientists and engineers.
It's about bringing in people from different fields.
So ethicists. Social scientists.
Yeah.
Policymakers.
You need everybody to be involved.
Needs to be involved, yeah.
In shaping the future.
Absolutely.
So this is a reminder that this isn't just a technological issue.
No.
It's a societal issue.
It's about society. It's about us.
It's about all of us.
Yeah.
And we need to work together to shape
that future.
The future of it.
Now, one more thing I want to touch on before we move on.
Okay.
The human element.
Okay, what do you mean by the human element?
Even the most sophisticated AI systems are just tools.
They're designed to help us, not replace us.
So it's not AI versus humans.
No, it's AI and humans working together.
Okay.
The best AI systems are designed to collaborate with humans.
Okay.
Because humans bring things to the table.
Right, like creativity,
intuition,
empathy,
all of that.
AI can't do.
Right. But AI can analyze data, find patterns.
Do complex computations.
Yeah. So you combine those.
That's into a great thing.
Amazing things can happen.
This has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad.
I feel like I have a much deeper understanding of agentic AI now.
So good.
And its potential, but also the challenges that we need to address.
It's important to address those challenges.
As we move forward.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
There's so much more to come.
I can't wait to see what the future holds.
It's going to be exciting.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good point for us to take a quick break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back to wrap up our deep dive.
Oh, wait.
Into the world of AI agents and agentic AI. Welcome back to the deep dive.
So before the break, we were talking about how important collaboration is when it comes to using agentic AI.
It's really key.
And it's clear that this isn't just about, the technology and the algorithms and all that.
It's about people.
It really is about people.
Yeah.
And how we choose to use AI in our lives.
And how it impacts us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So agentic AI, at its core, is about...
I think it's about...
amplifying human potential.
Yeah. It's about giving us the tools to solve problems.
Right, and to live better lives.
Exactly.
So how do we get there?
Okay.
What are those next steps
in
this evolution of agentic AI?
One area that I think is really promising is developing AI systems that can understand human emotions.
Okay. So we're not just talking about AI that can process data.
No.
But AI that can actually understand feelings.
Yeah. Understand motivations.
Oh, like how we interact with each other.
So imagine AI tutors that can sense when a student's getting frustrated.
Yeah, and adjust how they're teaching.
Okay.
Or an AI therapist that can provide support.
So we're really moving towards AI interacting with us on a human level.
On a much more human level, exactly.
And is this even possible?
I think it is. And researchers are making progress. On things like recognizing facial expressions.
Wow.
Analyzing tone of voice, even understanding emotion from text.
That's pretty incredible.
It is incredible.
But also kind of scary.
It can be a little unsettling. Yeah.
Because if AI can understand our emotions, could it manipulate them?
That's a valid concern.
Right.
And it's something that we have to think about.
Okay.
Because as AI gets better at understanding us, we need to make sure that it's being used ethically.
So, again, we come back to ethics.
Yeah, ethics is huge.
And responsibility.
And that means having everybody involved.
Right.
The ethicists, the social scientists. The policymakers. Yeah, we all need to be working together on this.
So this is a reminder that AI isn't just a technology issue.
It's a societal issue.
It really is.
Yeah, it's about us.
And it could change everything.
It could change how we live and work and just interact with the world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing that you really want our listeners to take away from this?
I think the most important thing is to be curious, but also to think critically.
Don't just believe the hype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Question things. Don't just accept what you hear.
Challenge those assumptions.
Have those conversations about the benefits and the risks.
I think that's great advice.
And remember, the future of AI.
Yeah.
It's not set in stone.
we get to decide.
We get to decide how this plays out.
It's our choices
Exactly.
that determine that.
Yeah.
So stay informed.
Stay informed.
Stay engaged.
Stay engaged, and let's create a future
Sincere.
where AI helps us.
Become better.
I love that.
Yeah.
Such an inspiring note to end on.
It's an exciting field.
It really is.
Full of possibilities.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
On this deep dive into the world of AI agents and agentic AI.
It's been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
And until next time, keep learning.
Keep learning.
Stay curious and keep diving deep.
Absolutely.